So, just to tell you, a little bit about myself. I was a bartender for 20 years, from California to Florida, and a lot of places in between. Even in Mexico, even from the other side. My knees have gotten too bad to bartend, so I had to come up with something else to do. And I just figured that, I've spent so long telling jokes to drunk people that I just had to find a natural progression, which is hopefully telling jokes to drunk people, which is what, this video is intended for. Um, to say I like to drink would be to understate it. I think that, you just don't become a veterinarian if you don't like animals. You don't become a pilot if you don't like airplanes. You don't become a captain if you don't like boats. And you sure as hell don't become a bartender if you don't like the sauce. So that's kind of where it is. And next time you're at CVS or Rite Aid, just wonder what motivated your pharmacist to take that route in their life. Not questioning nobody. I'm not saying nothing. People in glass slippers should definitely not run down stone staircases. That's not the proper footwear for that. She's lucky she didn't get her feet all caught up, cut, and anyway, that's another topic. That's another topic altogether. But I still like to drink. I just have a stomach that doesn't allow me to drink as much as I would like to. It's almost like that R. Kelly song, but in reverse. You know, my body's telling me no, but my mind keeps telling me yeah. I don't see nothing wrong with a little beer and wine. I don't see nothing wrong. So yeah, it's kind of like that internal dispute that I have with myself of is I want to drink, but down here not so good. But I still like if I go to I really don't go to liquor stores. So if I go to like the grocery store or like a Rite Aid or a CVS or someplace like that, even though I'm not buying nothing, I'll still walk down the liquor aisle and talk to the bottles as if we're old friends because we spend a lot of time together. We just have. That's the way it is. So, it's like, Jose, I remember high school. We don't hang out much since then. Moved on to bigger and better things, but love you, brother. Love you, brother. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You're the one. Goose, goose. Granny. Granny, we had some good times. Too much sugar in the granny and the grandma. Yeah, you can't have that. Too much sugar. Granny. El Capitan. Oh, boy, being you in Florida. In Arizona. Oh, shit. We've had good times in a lot of places. Mexico. You remember Mexico? Fuck you, Sailor Jerry. You just go, you just fuck you, your fucking band of pirates. You fuck yourself, Sailor Jerry. I move on down the aisle, and one day I'm in the Vons in San Luis Obispo, California, and I got the cart, and I'm following my wife down the aisle, and she goes down the liquor aisle, so let her go ahead to the meat department and having this conversation, and I'm kind of looking for a six pack. That's not too much. Take a six pack home, but I want a good six pack. I want a local craft beer six pack, and it's not in that aisle. There's the liquor on one side, there's the beer on the other side, but I don't see nothing good. And I get to the end of the aisle, which also happens to be where like the meat counter and fresh fish counter is at the same time. And I get to the end of the aisle, and there's a cooler at the end of the aisle. It has nothing but craft beer, just local craft beer, local delicacies. And so I turn with my back to the people that are at the meat fish counter. And I don't know if you've ever thought that you said something in your own head, but it turns out you said it out loud so everybody could hear it, because I don't care about the conversation at the bottles. But in my own head, I thought I said, I actually said it just like this. What I did is I looked at all the craft beer and I said, I love you all so much, I wish I could take you all home. And then I died hysterically laughing over my cart because I realized that that's the exact same thing that really, really, really caring people say when they go to an animal shelter. And I just said it to a cooler of beer in the middle of Vons. And you ever feel people behind you start moving away? Like you can't see them, but you can tell they're like, you know what, we didn't need fresh fish that bad. The guy talking to the beer, it's a little scary and a little frightening, and it was legitimate. It was that's where I'm at in my life.